Hi, Mom. It's Jane. Well, hi, honey. How are you? Um, we're not doing so good. Is everything okay? Um, no. No, Mom. It's not okay. It's we're we're in trouble right now. And anyway, I don't want to I don't want to burden you with our problems again. Jane, what's the matter? What do you mean burden us with your problems? I'm very confused. I don't like where this conversation is going. Do you and Dad have any plans this weekend? No, we'll be around all the weekend. Hey, can you just take the kids? Can you just take Susie and Mikey for me for the weekend? John and I need to figure some stuff out. We're in trouble, Mom. We're in some deep financial trouble. Well, honey, do you need money? Um, you know what, Mom? No. Well, maybe. Well, maybe I don't. I don't know. Mom, I just don't know right now. Um, well, honey, what can I do for you? Can you please just watch the kids? John and I need to sit down and start communicating about where our money is going and what we're spending it on. And we're not communicating about it, and we're fighting all the time. And I finally had it last night. I told him that if we can't sit down and figure this out, that our marriage is over. Jane, really? Is it that bad? Yeah, Ma. All right. I have to be honest. I have to be absolutely, totally honest with you. And this is going to be the first part of this process. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad, Mom. We're behind on our mortgage. I got a final bill on our electric. Our cell phone is 2 weeks behind. The credit cards, we're in credit card debt. We don't. Well, Jane, do you want Daddy and I to just help you out? No, no, thank you, Mom. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be disrespectful. Thank you very much for the offer, but we are grown adults and we need to sit down and figure out how we are going to manage our money and stop getting into these situations. That's what John and I need to do. We can't take another bailout from you and Daddy or John's parents, or we're grown adults. We are grown ass adults. We should be able to manage a checkbook and pay a mortgage on time and stop fighting. And it's going to be really rocky until we can figure out what we're doing here. Well, okay, honey. I mean, if you and John need Daddy and I to help you out, you know what? This is the last thing I'm going to ask of you. Can I borrow $200? Well, yeah, I can give you $200, but here's the big thing. I need it in cash. You need it in cash. Mom, my checking account is overdrawn by $220. So if I take your check and I deposit it in my account, that's not going to get me anywhere, because all it's going to do is it's just going to null out as a matter of fact, I'm still going to be $20 overdrawn. It's not going to help me. Well, yeah, Jane, I can go to the ATM and get you, you know what I mean, and get you some cash. Thank you, Mom. This will be the last time I will ask you, and I promise I will pay this money back to you. Well, no, Jane, you don't know. Mom, you and Dad have bailed us out more times than I do. I don't even know how. I'm going to pay you back. I promise. It may be $5 a week, but I'm going to pay you back. Okay, Jane. Okay, no problem. It's fine. Well, you'll be okay. You'll be all right. If you just need somebody to vent to, or whatever the situation is, Daddy and I are here to help you. Okay, great. I'll drop the kids off tomorrow morning, say about 9 or 10. That's fine. Daddy and I will be around all weekend. We'll take them out for, supper tomorrow night, and you just let us know when you need us to drop them back off on Sunday. Okay. Thanks, Mom. I appreciate it. I'll see you tomorrow. John, I just talked to my mom. So she's going to take the kids for the weekend so that we can sit down with all of our paperwork and start putting some type of plan together. Oh, we're really going to do this. Well, yeah, we're really going to do this. Yes, we're really going to do this. We have to do this. Well, okay. Yes, you're absolutely right. We'll do this. We will sit down and we'll put a plan together. We'll I don't know, Jane. We'll figure something out, I guess. She's also going to give me $200 in cash so I can at least go grocery shopping and we can at least get gas in our car for the week. And I'm going to pay her this money back. We need to pay this money back. Okay. All right. All right, Jane. It's fine. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight anymore either, John. So let's just, okay. So I'm going to drop them off tomorrow by 9. So tonight, I think I'm just going to start to pull paperwork. If you can entertain the kids while I do this, because we need time to get this started. Please make sure that the kids have a bath and get in their pajamas, get them to bed. And I'm going to go in the office and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to pull bank statements and all of the bills that I can find. Okay. All right. I can handle that. I can handle bath and bed. That's not a problem. Okay. Okay. All right. Next day, Jane Lance loads the kids into the cars. Off to Grandma's house they go, and they walked in, and of course, Jane's mom told Jane's dad as to what's going on, and the kids went out in the backyard and played with the dog or whatever, and Jane's dad is like, how bad is it? You know what, Dad? It's bad. It's bad. We're behind on the mortgage. Electric bill is we got a final notice on that. Checking account is overdrawn. Jane, are you sure you just don't want us to give you a loan and then you can pay us back? No, that defeats the purpose, because if we can't figure out how to budget and manage what we have, how am I supposed to pay you back, Dad? We are going to spend the weekend going over our budget, what budget we don't have, and then I'll get back with you. But I'll call you tomorrow, let you know what time. Either I'll come and get the kids or you can drop them off. Okay. Jane gets back in the car, heads back on over to the house, and walks in, and John's in the garage. And so she goes, she gets all the paperwork from everything that she pulled the night before and puts it all in a big pile. Just big pile right there. Right there. All of it right there in the middle of the dining room table. So John comes in and both of them take a big deep breath. And they're like, okay, how do we start? Jane was like, okay, from the research that I did on this cash stuffing. So John's like, we're still going to do the cash thing? Well, yes, John, we're going to try it. We're going to try it because we've tried everything else and nothing else is working. Credit cards and debit cards do not work for us. So here's the situation. This is what we're going to start with. I want you to go to your wallet. I want you to get your credit cards and I want you to get your debit cards. Why? Please, just go get your credit cards and go get your debit cards. Okay. Okay, Jane. What are you doing? I'm doing what we should have done a long, long, long time ago. So, the debit card goes in the safe. I won't cut it up, but the debit card goes in the safe. And we can no longer have these with us. Done. Discover, they closed that card last week. We can't even use it anymore. Visa, done. MasterCard, done. Here is my debit card. This is going in the safe. Discover, done. MasterCard, done. Visa card, done. Jane, what did you just do? What I should have done a long time ago, John. We don't know how to manage these and not know how to use them correctly. It's just temptation is all that is. So guess what? Our credit cards are gone. Now the only thing that we can do is start paying them off. Debit cards, I can absolutely understand, but we cannot carry these with us. None. That's it. No more. All right, Jane. All right. All right, honey. I'm going to trust you. I'm going to trust you on this because you are not wrong. You are not wrong. You're right. You're absolutely right. We need to do this, and we need to try to figure this. We need to figure this out. Okay. So, temptation, as far as we know, right now, temptation is gone. So, no more. We're going to have to live on a wing and a prayer for a little bit until I can get some cash saved up in our envelopes where we can use the cash in case we have an emergency. So that's where we're at. He's like, all right, Jane, I'm very nervous right now. I have to tell you I'm very nervous. So am I, John. But if we don't do something drastic, then this marriage is over. It's just over. I will go and stay with my parents and we'll just move forward with divorce. That's just the way it's going to be because I am at my absolute wit's end. You know what, Jane? I'm not going to say that I don't feel the same way. I really do. I'm tired of fighting also. So, okay. So what's our next step? What is this cash budgeting stuff all about? Okay. So I pulled our last 3 months worth of bank statements. This is where, from what I'm told, watching these YouTube videos, this is the eye opener. This is the time where we start to really figure out where all of our money has gone. So I have some, I have highlighters here, and we need to highlight in different colors where we need to highlight in different colors where our money is being spent. So, okay. So I have 3 months here. So you take one and I'll take the other. And so pink will be Starbucks, blue will be Walmart, purple will be Burger King, and I don't know, yellow will be Bills. Well, let's just start there, okay? So blue will be Starbucks. So Starbucks. Okay. Pink, we're going to make Walmart. Oh boy. All right, John. What do you have? Yellow will be our bills. Mortgage, electric, car payment, water bill. Let's do yellow for eating out. Let's do purple for we'll do subscriptions, I guess. I don't know. And yeah, I mean, that's fine. Okay. All right, John, I'm gonna, let me just add this up. Okay, I'm just gonna add this up and, oh man. Okay, all right. So, Starbucks, 7 times you go there. I go there every day. So it's $7 for the coffee times, I don't know, it looked like I went there 21 days. That's $147 just in Starbucks. I spent $147 on ice drinks. Oh. Okay. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Yeah. Okay. And that's just in 1 month. Okay, let me add up this. Let me add up. Jane, how many times can you go to Walmart? Don't you just grocery shop like once a week? Why is there like, I don't know, 20 Walmart bills on here? Do you even know what you spent money? Do you even have the receipts for these? Is this just all groceries? I mean, what else? What else do you buy at Walmart? I mean, okay. So, Jane, hold on a second. Let me add this up. There is like $2,800 worth of charges on here from Walmart. What did you spend almost $3,000 on at Walmart beside groceries? Do you even have receipts for all of this stuff? What? Jane, do you just let the kids shop and just, is it all those freaking toys that are in their room? Do you just throw toys in the car? John, stop. We said that we were not going to fight about this. We can't fight when we do this. I understand that, Jane, but $2,800 in 1 month at Walmart? Really? Well, let's see, John. Let's see all the stuff that you did. Burger King. How many times did you go to Burger King? Like 4 times a day? There's almost $100 here in Burger King. I mean, this is oh, and let's see, John. Let's see all of these subscriptions that you think that we need to have, like ESPN football, that's $700, and Hulu and Paramount and Peacock, because you thought that we needed to have every subscription underneath the sun. Well, you know what, Jane? I work hard for my money. Well, guess what, John? I work hard for my money also. And so the fighting begins again, where they can't even sit down without accusing each other and blaming each other for where their money is going. They are spending an astronomical amount of money on stuff that they don't even know that they're spending money on. John, we have to cancel some of these subscriptions. Jane, you have to stop going to Starbucks and spending $2,800 at Walmart. Okay. All right, wait. I need to go take a break. I need to go take a break because I got to go get something to drink. I have to go. I have to walk away for a second. So Jane walks into the kitchen, just kind of clears her head a bit, breathes, because she's trying really hard to stay with this, but it's getting very, very, very hard. So she goes back in, she sits down at the table, and John is just mad. He's flipping through bank statements, and he's like, this has got to stop. This has got to stop. We have to stop spending money like this. Besides, do we have to spend money on all of Kohl's and Target? What's a Target that you can't get at Walmart? John, the kids needed clothes. So you couldn't get them at Walmart? They grow out of them in like a month. John, I can't, I can't speak rationally to you if we're just yelling at each other. So, you know what? Let's do this. We're going to take a half-hour break, and then we're going to come back. You go to the garage. I'm going to go someplace. I'm going to go and do the dishes. So they decided to take a break instead of just accusing each other. Half an hour later, they come back to the table, and they're like, all right, okay, we have to stop doing this. John says we have to stop accusing each other. What's past is past. There's nothing that we can do about it. Jane said, I feel the same way. The only thing that we can do is change our behavior moving forward. So how do we go about doing that? How do we go about doing that, John? How do we change what we're doing? He goes, okay. All right. So we know, looking at our bank statements, that we're spending too much money here. Where are we on? I've got a stack of bills here. What are we looking at as far as our bills are concerned? All right. Right now we are 1 month behind on the. I thought we were two weeks behind, but we're not. We're a month behind on our mortgage. We just got the third electric bill as a final notice. The water bill is current. The cell phone bill was due 2 weeks ago. The internet is current. The credit cards are all just 2 and 3 months behind. Your student loan is a month behind. Our car payments, mine is current. I just paid that. Your truck is a month behind. Our car insurance is 2 months behind. And the checking account right now is overdrawn by $220. Jane, your SUV is current, but my truck is past due. John, are we going to do this again? No, you're right. You're right. You're right. I have to stop doing that. I have to stop. What it is what it is. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I can't stop accusing you of doing a thing. And Jane says, me too. So that's where it is. Okay. So let's figure out what we're going to cut out altogether. First and foremost, so no more Starbucks. No more Starbucks. We can't afford it. With all of these bills that are behind, no more Starbucks. I am not going to see the inside of a Starbucks until I have money to be able to go there and all of our bills are current. I will take coffee from our from home and just put it in a mug. So for me, it's not going to be any more Starbucks. John says, okay, Burger King. You know what? I'm just gonna bring my lunch. Can you just buy some stuff so I can bring my lunch? And I won't go out to lunch. I will just tell the guys that I can't go. I'm not going to lunch, and I will just go into the employee break room and just eat my lunch there. If you can just make sure that there's maybe some stuff there, maybe left over from the night before, or a sandwich, I will bring my lunch. So I will not, no more fast food, no fast food at all for lunch or anything like that until we can figure this out. So we know that right off the bat, if we bring our lunch and no more Starbucks, that is going to be well over $250 a month right there that we can save. So that stops right here. Okay, that's a start. That's something that we know that right off the bat we can stop doing. Okay, so let's talk subscriptions, because we need to cancel some of these. They're expensive. We don't watch them all. So John, which ones do you like the most? Can we please at least keep Disney for the kids? Yes, we will keep Disney for the kids. ESPN, it's got to go. It's not football season anymore. ESPN has got to go. So we'll cancel ESPN. John, which one do you watch the most? Which shows do you watch? He goes, I like Hulu. John says, I like Hulu. Okay. You like Hulu. I like Peacock. Everything else gets canceled. No more Netflix. No more Paramount. I will cancel my Amazon Prime. So that's a good compromise. See, we can compromise. We can compromise about this. So we'll keep Disney Plus. We'll keep Hulu. And we'll keep Peacock. We'll keep those three for now. If we have to shell it down one more, then we'll make one more go away. So that's I will put that on my to-do list. I will call and cancel subscriptions. I will do that tomorrow. This way they will not be coming out of our checking account anymore. Okay, Jane. All right. This is good. All right. We're starting to feel this. This is good. This is good. This is good. We can figure this out. We can figure this out. Okay. So what else? All right. So Jane, we have to talk about this Walmart thing. I know, John. I know. We need to talk about this Walmart thing. Okay. I will. So one of the ladies on YouTube does like a meal prep. So she sits down on Sunday and she figures out all the meals that she is going to make for the whole entire week. And then she puts a grocery list together and she only shops what's off that grocery list. And she only spends like $150 a week for a family of 4. John says, that's tough. 150. She's like, yep, she does it. So I think the first thing that I need to do is meal prep because food is expensive. But the first thing that she did was she shopped out of her closet, out of her pantry. So I think what I'm going to do one night this week is I will go through everything that we have in our pantry and I will make all of our meals based on what we have in the freezer and what we have in the pantry. We say that we don't have a lot, but there's a lot in there that I can make. Even if we have the same thing for 2 nights, 2 nights a week. This way, hopefully I'll be able to save, $200 or $300 this week. How much do you usually spend, Jane, when you go grocery shopping? Just when you go grocery shopping. Anywhere between $300 and $350 a week. Okay. That's a lot of money. Yeah, for a family of 4, considering we eat out, how many times a week, that's a lot of money. Considering our kids are young and they eat like birds. You know what I mean? And they buy lunch at school. So, I mean, you're right, John. I'm going to try to cut that in half and I will see what I can do. At least for now. We will shop out of the pantry. I'll make snacks for the kids because this is all we can afford. So I'm going to have to figure out how to do it. $300 to $350 a week. Probably closer to $350 is what I spend just on us four. Okay. All right. So that's a start. All right, Jane. I think we can do this. Me too, John. I think we can. All right. What is next? So John and Jane spent the rest of the night. They were up until probably close to 1 a.m. in the morning, going through the rest of their bank statement and what they were spending money on. and they realized that they were overspending by close to $3,000 a month on stuff that they didn't even know what they spent the money on. So Saturday night, they made this promise that they would sit down once a week, and go through their budget and go through their bills. So on Sunday, Jane was going to meal prep in the morning, and then she was going to go and get some grocery shopping. So she went over and gave John $50 for gas and said, here's your gas money. This is all I got right now. I'm going to take $100 for the grocery from the money that my mom gave us. I'll give you $50 for gas, and I'll put $50 in gas in my car. And that has got to last us until Friday. So we better be really cheap about it. Okay. All right. Well, if that's all that there is, then that's all that there is. Then we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out somehow. So on Sunday morning, Jane spent all morning long putting together what she was going to make every single night and shopping out of her pantry. And by the time that she was done, she did not have to food shop that week at all. She had enough stored up in her pantry and her freezer to be able to get her through for the next week, as long as she stuck to her meal prep. So this is what they did. It was very traumatic for both of them that Saturday, but they stuck together. They decided that they needed to continue to work together every single day. Every night before they went to bed, they would need to have a quick budget meeting. Just, what'd you spend money on today? Did you spend any money today? Where are we at? And then every Friday or Saturday morning, they would take the kids to grandma, and Saturday morning they would sit down and do bills together. That's what their commitment was as of the time they went to bed on Saturday night. So for any of you that are at that point where you're either in a marriage or you're single and you've hit rock bottom, this is going to be your first step. You have got to figure out, where is your money going? What are you spending it on? And what can you automatically just start crossing off? Getting those okay, no more Starbucks. That's $150 a month that I can just save right then and there. Bills and stuff like that you can work through. But this is your first step. 3 months worth of bank statements, 6 months worth of bank statements. Figure out your subscriptions. Find out and write down everything. How many months behind are you? What do your balances look like? And start picking them off slowly but surely. This is going to take work. It's going to take a lot of work to get John and Jane out of this hole that they're in. But as of right now, they're willing to make that commitment. And for anybody out there that's watching this, you've got to be committed to do this. You've got to give yourself grace. You've got to be committed to it. You've got to give yourself patience, because it's a long road. But in the end, it will pay off. So this is episode 2 of John and Jane. Started off very rocky, but it looked like they're starting to come to some type of mutual agreement as to where things need to change. So tune in next time for episode 3 and see how the first full week of budgeting is working for John and Jane. Okay? See everybody later. Bye.